It's green flag time. Let's get this show on the road. On Madison Tall dominates and wins. Trey Wright wins the Indianapolis 200.
Miles out of nowhere is gonna steal it.
It's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38. Winnie Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono. Side by side.
Oh, they're going to be side by side going down.
Local millions will win the Coca-Cola 600.
We are the NIRA. Howdy folks, Freedom Air here. Welcome to the Auto Club Speedway for today's running of the NAPA 500, stop number 2 of the West Coast Swing, and stop number 3 of season number 2 of the Cabela's Cup Series. We saw in qualifying yesterday, Sam Osgen stole the pole away from Ryan Benjamin with a lap of 38.924 to Ryan Benjamin's 38.950. He's going to be rolling off first and leading the field to the green flag here in SoCal. Up here in the booth, once again with me, I have Ethan Farley alongside. Ethan, it's good to have you here, man.
Yeah, it's great to be here at sunny California. You know, I've been sitting here in the California sun, hanging out in the California beaches, and I've had a talk with Rodney Crouch. And when we were talking in qualifying, we said that we had a mix-up in bloodline. Rodney Crouch is actually Ben Crouch's father, but he has shown good speed from what I've heard. They made some adjustments. Dodges have sort of made a strong run, but can they be able to get up there and hold their own?
Perhaps the older blood is better than the younger blood. He's been off to a better start so far this season than Ben was at this point of the season. But we had already stopped here for race number 2 last season. Las Vegas was race number 3. And this race last season we saw a chaotic, and I mean chaotic, wreckfest. It was 38 laps. But we were running a completely different package at that time, and officials decided about race number 9, which I think was 4 or 5 races too late, that the field was going too fast and that they were stacked on top of each other way too much, and they were way too close to each other. So we've slowed the cars down, but we have seen them get very, very close here, but not going 230 miles an hour like they were. We're only topping out about 195 going off into the turns here. Still should be a good one here under the California sun. Looking at the lineup here, Ethan, do you think you might see one car in this bunch here that might have the best shot to get to the front and win this thing?
I have my eyes set on a certain person, that being possibly the number 9 himself, or it could be the 40. But I'm going to put all my money and all my doubloons onto the number 9 machine to change the field up a little bit, get past the number 29, and show that he belongs on this racetrack and be the talk of the town, being able to have the number 9 win 3 times.
Well, you picked Benjamin. I'm going to pick another Dodge, but it's not going to be Ryan Benjamin. I am going to pick Nathan Stapleton there in that 41. Rolling off from the 7th position there on the inside. The inside looked to be the best line when they were spread out. I wouldn't be surprised if that outside line came in later. I think he'll have a chance to relegate to the outside if it does become the dominant line, the more rubber we lay down here. Look for that 41 to be strong. He has been strong, and he is going to pull the rabbit out of the hat and get up to the front here in the NAPA 500. Well, we're just about set to get this race started. Let's go trackside and start our pace laps. And the engines fire here at Auto Club Speedway. The field rolling off the pit road. 42 of these 900 horsepower engines going to come around for one pace lap here under this caution. And we'll come around to get the green flag at the start of this 50-lap dash here in stop number 2 of the West Coast Swing. Brady Ugest won at Las Vegas. There he is, starting on the inside line in the 18. He's looking to sweep the thing now. His car has been fast, not the fastest, absolutely not, but he does have a good car with that Joe Gibbs Racing entry.
See, I've been surprised before, and I'll be surprised again. From the look of it, a lot of the cars that we'd see in the back are up in the front, and a little bit in the middle over there, the number 0 Best Buy Chevy of Colton Yo has been sort of strong in Auto Club. Maybe we'll see him in the top 10. He might get a top 10 finish at most, but never doubt a lot of these drivers' abilities on a giant track like that as the pace car slides on in.
Pace car is down onto the pit road. We're just about to get this race started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's green flag racing time here at the NAPA 500. Let's get this show on the road. Already in trouble going into turn number 1 on the outside. Cars into the outside wall. Creed Daniel, Tyler Mills off the first lap of this race. The caution is going to be out. The field going to come around, already stacked 3-4 wide behind. Trouble early on. Ryan Benjamin going to look to the inside. Sam and Osgen, they are going to be side by side coming back to the line. The run on the inside, is it enough? Sam and Osgen's going to have the lead at the caution flag, just barely.
Goodness.
Oh
Tyler.
my goodness. Let's hope everyone else here makes it through clean. Trying to get narrowed down into the one lane. Looks like they will from 4 and 5 wide back to 1. They'll do it cleanly. 2 cars in trouble here for this first caution of the race. Tyler Mills getting against the wall. Looked like Creed may have pinched him up there. I'm guessing that's what happened here to set that 2-car incident off. Thank goodness it was only a 2-car incident. Looks like we are going to see some cars come down to the pit road. More than some. Quite a few guys going to come down to the pit road here early on.
A lot of guys going to pit road. As you can see, suddenly, I guess people want to have a little bit more of an adjustment and a little bit more fuel and such. Due to such a bad start all throughout, they want to start immediately from scratch. Plus, this track is old as dirt, so are you going to be surprised that their tires are worn down even after one lap?
They have not paved this track since it was first opened in 1999, so I would have not been surprised at all. The first guy coming off pit road, Trey Smith. Even the gal came down, Casey Holland. Has not had the best of starts to a season as we thought. But Casey, it's not to her fault at all. She's been caught up in 2 incidents that were not of her making at all. Even Las Vegas, the last race, saw it happen right in front of her. She had absolutely nowhere to go. Took the whole front end off of that number 42. But this could be good for them. The expected pit window was about 23-24 laps, so they would just be right at the edge of a 1 to 2 stop race, depending on how they use their stuff. It would, if we did not get that caution there, it was likely going to be a 2-stop race, and someone would have to pit in the final 4 or 3 laps to make it to the end. But some stayed out. One of them was Sam and Osgen, another one was Ryan Benjamin. Nathan Stapleton stayed out. Brady Ugest stayed out. Keegan Thompson stayed out. Trey Wright stayed out. Nonagon Scott, Owen Miles, Jason Dady, JD Figueroa stayed out here under this first caution of the race. Let's go back and look at the replay of what happened to put us under this first caution. So watching here off the start, Daniel to the inside want to go high, and Tyler Mills right there on the top side. Daniel keeps going and up into him, just ran out of room. Nothing Tyler Mills could do. Daniel just went right up into him, and not much damage to either one of those cars. I think they will both be able to go on, maybe even maintain race contending speed here.
And here we are on the restart. As you can see, the 41 dives on low. The 39 gets there. She's pinched and nowhere to go. As you can see, Tyler Mills and the 39 of Creed Daniel. Again, nowhere to go. The 41 sort of didn't help in that situation either. The 41 that you chose, by the way, of Nathan Stapleton.
Thanks, Nathan.
If anything, no problem. If anything, it's just racing at its best. I'm surprised we didn't even get ready to go past a single corner before a caution came out. But as you can see, if it's hectic racing like we see up in front can happen again, I wouldn't want to hold your breath that long.
So the field coming around to get the green flag here at Auto Club. Pace car comes down. Oskin, Benjamin, Stapleton, Ugest, Thompson, green flag back out in Southern California.
Let's hopefully get this show once again on the actual road instead of veering away, as the number 9 of Ryan Benjamin is quickly diving to the inside to get that run, but the 41 of Nathan Stapleton tried to make it 3 wide, but everybody got fined. The 24 of Keegan Thompson once again running side by side with the number 18 of Brady Ugest, as everybody else is just scrambling to get into a position that they can get comfortable with.
Watch the high side. Not quite there going through turn 3 and 4, but it is most definitely there through turn 1 and 2. Nathan Stapleton currently in the draft of Sam Oskin. Ryan Benjamin down low. Looked like he might be able to take the lead for a second. Not quite. He's falling back to the 3rd position here, just off the restart here in the 500.
Keegan Thompson quickly racing on down. That beautiful number 24 Pepsi machine, which a lot of people would probably question why he's running such machines, but if anything, if it can get him to go faster, he might be able to just keep those colors. The 38 of Trey Wright.
That got tight through 3 and 4. I apologize there. But looked like Wright was about to slip up into the 24 there. He might do it again. There they go. Turn 1. They saved it. I can't believe that. Twice in 3 races, we have seen Keegan Thompson make an unbelievable save. He did it in the duels. It wasn't the 500, but it was still in Daytona Speedways. Man, he did it again. They're just off the nose of Trey Wright. On the outside line, his teammate Owen Miles to the inside. He will hold on to, I think that's 5th. Yes, it is. He'll hold on to it in that Pepsi Chevrolet. My goodness.
This is also the many times we're probably going to see Keegan Thompson do this, as we're going 4 wide. Nope, we're going 3 wide. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Stapleton,
a lot of contact.
Right through the middle there. That was almost a repeat of what we just saw with Keegan and Wright, but that time it would have been Keegan and Stapleton. Stapleton threads the needle between Ugest and Benjamin, and now has his sights set on Sam Oskin for the lead.
Again, the 41, you chose to do well, and you've chosen wisely, but I've also chosen Ryan Benjamin, who is also running really well. I also chose wisely, but the teammates are going to go side by side, going 3 wide with the number 9, never mind. But you can see the 24 is just racing. I think this is, once again, like I was trying to say before anything else, this is also the multiple times we're going to see Keegan Thompson get squirrely, save it, and not lose a position.
Here comes Stapleton to the inside. Thompson trying to work his way up there. Stapleton tries to clear the 29, side by side down to the line. Stapleton leads lap number 10. He's going to try to clear the defending season's championship contender going off into 1. Here comes Ryan Benjamin, the leading winner of the season, or the leading winner of the series with 2 wins. He did not have a good season last year, even though he has 2 wins. The rest of the season was a complete and utter disaster. He didn't even finish in the top 30 in the point standings. Trying to turn the record around. He is doing a good job so far for that Evernham number 9, and showing why he has those 2 wins. Running up front there in the 5th position, Stapleton trying to just hold on to the lead ahead of Keegan Thompson, who has a huge run to the outside off turn 2. Here comes the outside line. Thompson into the lead. Save to lead for the 24.
Again, I always enjoy the number... Pardon me, boys. I always enjoy the number 24 Chevrolet getting up to the front. He's going to lead the pack all the way to the start-finish line as of right now. If anything, I can hope that the 48 machine, the 48 lows of Owen Miles, we're going 4 wide,
on the edge of 5 wide, on the edge of 6 wide, going through turns 1 and 2. Owen Miles, Nick Kennedy, Jimmy Hogan, and they're not. Look at they're gapping in the pack there, but they're still 3-4 wide behind. This is nuts here early on, and we expected it. I expected that it would get this wide. I wasn't sure after the single file restart. My goodness, this is fun.
Yeah, it's always fun whenever you're going Auto Club racing. But as you can see, a lot of drivers getting a little ballsy with their moves right now as the number 8 of Eli Bright pushes against Jason Dady.
Trey Smith, excuse me. There's 2 Treys in the field. Trey Smith with a big run on the outside of that 4 wide. He's going to go side by side with his teammate Ryan Benjamin in the slipstream of Sam and Oskin. Brady Ugest, the Vegas winner, sitting in the 3rd position. He's trying to sweep the West Coast swing. He is doing good right now, moving into the podium position. Just a couple more spots, and if he maybe if he had a few more cautions to his luck, with Pitt obviously going to have at least 1 more pit cycle in this race, that could work for him.
It could definitely work for him, but once again, we've seen Brady Ugest working around and trying to get past Keegan Thompson in that number 24 machine before. But my question is, can he do it again in this type of showdown? If anything, the West Coast is going to be chaotic whenever it came to racing like this. As you can see, they're going to try and go 3 wide.
They contacted open to the wall. You just around, and there it goes. He is not going to sweep the West Coast swing. A lot of damage to the back of that 18. I am so sorry, Brady. I'm afraid I just jinxed you, man. Coming around to the line. That's the 2nd time I've done that. I apologize. They've both been Chevys. I need to stop doing that. Coming around to the line, Keegan Thompson leads, Nathan Stapleton, Jason Dady, Ryan Benjamin, Eli Bright. It only happens to the Chevys, man, I'm telling you.
I don't know why, but whenever I'm talking with the Chevys, and whenever I'm talking with Chevys, they somehow find the speed. But whenever you do it, you always see them in the wall.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works with Car Nation either, but my goodness. Well, we've got a couple of... I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to jinx them too. Likely going to come around for another pit cycle here under this caution at lap number 17. Going to see likely the 8 or 9 that did not pit into the first caution. Going to see them pit here. Actually, we're going to see a whole bunch come down. Look at all these Look at all these guys committing to the pit road here. And gal,
I think
Casey
almost
Holland
everyone's
there
coming
as
in.
well. Just about everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, they will. Everyone.
I think the 24, not Keegan Thompson. I apologize to the 42. Keegan Thompson. If anything, he might be getting a Pepsi while getting his pit stop. That was a
Nope.
great lead race, but I apologize to the number 18 for getting jinxed by my main commentator, buddy.
Dadgummit. There he is. He's getting his tires changed there. Likely going to bend the back end out a little bit, but it's definitely hurt the aerodynamics on that number 18 of Brady Ugest. Please do not treat me as you did Carnation. Please. Keegan Thompson wins the race off of pit road ahead of his teammate Jason Dady, Ryan Benjamin third, JD Figueroa fourth, Nathan Stapleton falls from second to fifth. Good grief, my track record for picks is getting worse and worse by the second.
I don't know why, but whenever it comes to picking people, I'm sort of just there. But
I did it with Roman Fenway. You did it with Dale Lightning in the duels. He finished towards the back. But man, you got it with Keegan now. You're doing good today. I guess you've gone California dreaming. I haven't been California dreaming in a while. Goodness, I need to do that more.
I've sort of been staying in the Hotel California. If anything, comfy beds.
I never got the chance. Well, Keegan
it's a
Thompson,
lovely place.
with a lovely face. And Keegan Thompson continues to lead here under this caution. His teammate Jason Dady right behind him. Going to get the one to go likely next time by as the field joins back up with them. Let's take a look back at the replay and see what happened to poor old Brady Ugest. So down the front straightaway here, Sam and Oskin trying to find a way to go. Trey Smith, Jason Dady had a big run there in the 5. Down to the inside comes Sam and Oskin. Trey Smith dives it in there, oh man, he drove it in too deep. And poor old Brady Ugest just pays the price for it and slams the outside safer barrier. Shortened up that car quite a bit and more than likely hurt his aerodynamics and probably fueled his animosity towards me.
As you can see, the number 18 of Brady Ugest currently sort of just been there as the 91 dives it in, but sort of makes contact with the 29 and just collects Brady Ugest within it. And if I were Freedomator right now, I would be hiding, mainly because Brady Ugest might stab you because of you jinxing him.
I'm getting some security after this race, don't worry about it.
Smart. Get a gun too.
I'm protecting myself like Kyle Busch does the Chase fanboys. Alright, track is clear, we are good to go, so let's head to the restart here at Auto Club. So, the pace car coming down to the pit road. Keegan Thompson leading Jason Dady, Ryan Benjamin, JD Figueroa, Nathan Stapleton. Green flag and a slow start for Jason Dady. He spins the tires on the start. That could be good for Nathan Stapleton, though. He's on the outside. JD Figueroa slipped out of line. He had no choice. He had to avoid running into the back of the 9 somehow. A 3-car line on the inside. Is that going to be good enough, though? Or is he just going to keep falling back? Oh my goodness, Niall O'Hare pulls out a line in front of Bent Grorich back there. That could have been big there with a 3 wide back there.
As you can see, teammates working together to prevent the Dodge from getting there. If anything, I wouldn't be talking about Nathan Stapleton too much if I were you and your luck. But the number 5 of Jason Dady is currently going side by side with the 24. And it looks like the 44 went to the pits sometime.
Nikolay Sykes coming off the pit road. doing a short pit for that Pizza Hut number 44. Decided to pit on the restart for whatever reason, probably a mechanical issue with that number 44. The only car listed a few laps down right now is not Scott, but Nikolai Sykes is going to slip a lap down as a result of coming down to the pit roads. We see lots of 3 wide. This is what caused the last incident. Let's hope it doesn't do it again. Knock on wood, seriously. I need to start doing that more often. Keegan Thompson stretching ahead of Jason Dady. And in third place, Nathan Stapleton going to look to the inside. Then it's Ryan Benjamin, JD Figueroa side by side for fourth. Owen Miles trying to work up into the mix in that 48 ahead of Nick Kennedy through turn 3 and 4. Nose to tail down the Auto Club super stretch here.
Once again, that 48 Lowe's machine was driven by Jimmy Johnson. If he can get up to his teammates, we might see a Hendrick 1-2-3, but I'm not too sure as they're going 3 wide and the 48.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Back in turn 2, trouble for the 25, Stephen Colon, and a huge pileup in turn 2. Evan Hunter, William Brock, Darian Arnsdorf, Roman Fenway, Titan Nicholas, Dale Lightning, and Brady Ujest. Maybe someone's not very happy with him. I think he may have actually caused that. He was back there with that bunch. Nikolai Sykes, I think he's okay. Ben Young has a lot of damage there on that number 6. Lot of damage to the 20 of William Brock. So a big pile up in turn, and under the caution, Jimmy Hogan into the outside. Guys not thinking clearly enough as they're trying to get slowed down. And oh my goodness! Under the caution, Tyler Mills on his lid runs right into the back of the 77.
What in the world has gone on? I think people are having a heat stroke right now in the California sun.
Roman Fenway, a lot of damage to that 07. Salmon Osgin, I think he's was he back there? We'll have to see the replay as we see cars coming to the pit road once again. Hope they slow down. Chase Miller there arriving on the scene. Colton Yo, Mitchell Collins, and I think everyone else is going to be okay. Chase Buck has a lot of damage to the back of that 19, and some heated cars and some heated tempers going to be arriving to the pit road under this caution. Ben Young looks like he has the most damage out of that. He has smoke pouring out of that number 6, and literally everybody is on the pit road here under this third caution.
Goodness gracious me. Oh, like we saw the wreck. We saw the wreck. You didn't talk about any of them except for Brady Ujest, who got into another wreck and was spun out during caution. But goodness,
So what you're saying is I have hope?
You have, it's a slim chance, but you have some hope.
Ryan Benjamin just narrowly beat Nathan Stapleton off the pit road there. He'll catch up and go by the number 41. Keegan Thompson was first off the pit road, waiting for him to join up with the top there. He's still riding on the low side. What's going on with this 24 here? I saw a jolt. I saw a jolt on that number 24, and trouble for the 44 of Sykes. Something happened with him. And the 24, he'll go onto the pit road. I saw the jolt. He may have a tire going down. He may have slid the tires a little bit on entry there.
This is my luck getting from you. But
Thanks.
I still have my pick of Ryan Benjamin.
You're harsh.
Hey, I'm just being somewhat honest, but I'm just playing. Nathan Stapleton has survived for this long, so you have a chance. My pick of Ryan Benjamin of doing well in this race has definitely stayed longer than it should have. Knowing my luck and racing and picks, I'm I thought he'd wreck sooner. But so far, it looks like, yeah, the 24 possibly lost a tire and maybe a little bit of mechanical issue.
Whatever the problem is, he is still on the pit road there getting service from his pit crew. As we continue to pace under this caution, let's take a look at what happened to bring out this third yellow flag of the race.
We've had worse.
Yeah. So watching here at the replay, Stephen Colon going in 4 wide, something happened to that 25. He gets tipped by Travis Crampton, and a big pile up in turn 2. William Brock saw him hit the outside wall extremely hard. Darian Arnsdorf, Evan Hunter also involved there. Hunter is all but done with that 11. My goodness, he's got a lot of damage. And watching just ahead, here's Brady Ugest getting up into the mix. What happened to him? And he runs right into the back of Ben Young. Looked like he had gotten a piece of the incident in turn 2 as well. But man, we are just not done yet. There was one other thing that happened as the field came around to try to get into the pacing line.
As you can see, a whole lot of people just getting around. This is whenever the 18 was spinning. People getting a little bit crazy, trying to scramble, but the 78 hits the 77, runs him into the wall. As you can see, he barely avoids everyone except for that one, the 97 of Tyler Mills, flipping and twirling around the asphalt, landing on his roof. And I think both the 77 and the 97 days are close to done.
A lot of guys just had their day, and Jamison Tholt's probably another one. He got turned around in the scramble here. That was everyone, just a huge stack-up effect there. A lot of guys coming down to get damage fixed. A lot of guys are still okay. Hopefully we don't jinx any more of them. Track is clear and we are good to go. So let's head to the restart here in the NAPA 500. So the field coming around to restart once again. Stephen Colon going to be the only one in the lap down lane and out of the race as a result of that incident. Jimmy Hogan, or incidents I should say. Jimmy Hogan, Nicolay Sykes, Tyler Mills, Jason Dady, Ben Young, Dale Lightning, Evan Hunter, William Brock, and Nonagon Scott. Green flag is out. We are racing again at Auto Club.
And
look
we
out
are
on
going
the
to
bottom side.
The 48 being smart, going a little lower than Nathan Stapleton, but the 25 stopping Owen Miles from getting there, giving the number 9 a major run. Nathan Stapleton trying to get into the draft of the number 9, trying to catch back up.
3 and 4 wide behind the lap car of Stephen Colon. The aerodynamics killed on that car, but he has met minimum speed. And just trying to find every way to get out of the leader's way as 3 stretch away. Nick Kennedy going to go to the inside of Nathan Stapleton. Ryan Benjamin continues to lead as we see they're still 3 and 4 wide and trying to find a way around the number 25 of Stephen Colon. The field's spreading out as a result. There see a lot of cars back there that had trouble, and Keegan Thompson was one. He perhaps lost a cylinder in that number 24. He has fallen all the way back to 32nd. Got a slow, terrible restart of that number 24. Thompson back. 3 wide up front.
This is a big time move. As you can see, the 45 narrowly getting to second, but holding up the 48, the 41 of Nathan Stapleton, taking the lead a little bit, but the 9 is getting a little bit more of a run, trying to get a nose out, getting in there, but the inside a little bit, but the outside getting a major run.
off turn number 4, it is going to be Ryan Benjamin, who is searching for his 3rd win in the Cabela's Cup Series. Trying to hold on here at California Speedway or Auto Club Speedway, depending on how you look at it. Brady Ugest, the guy who was coming in looking to sweep the West Coast swing, off the pace, still in the race, but not in contention in the slightest in that 18. Keegan Thompson, however, we're going to need to watch out for him. Last time by, he was 11.95 seconds off the pace, and right now he is only going 173 miles an hour to Ryan Benjamin's 195, 196, 197, 198, topping out going off into the turn. So 25 mile an hour the difference when they're at the highest speed. This could be bad for the lead pack here. It looks like they've gotten around Stephen Colon, though. Colon? Where is Colon? I don't know where he ended up, but there he is. He's still up in the mix there, but not really holding them up very much.
As you can see, the 45 battling for second as of right now. The 48 wanting to shove it 3 wide. If anything, I think the outside's going to have a little bit more of a run than the inside. Yes, they are, as they get into each other a little bit. A bit of contact, giving Ryan Benjamin a little bit more space.
A little bit of side draft going on there. Kennedy trying to side draft the 41. Benjamin on the low line. That will benefit the 45 of Nick Kennedy and possibly the 48 of Owen Miles. They'll get by. No, Miles gets stuck side by side with Nathan Stapleton for 3rd. Miles has it at the line, and he's likely going to clear the 41 going off into turn 1.
As you can see, a lot of people having some form of issue, but the 45 in second chasing down Ryan Benjamin. The 48 trying to get into the lead to give this car back into Auto Club victory lane for Jimmy Johnson himself. But could he be able to do it? I do not know.
Benjamin trying to hold on for win number 3. Kennedy trying to get win number 1. 15 laps to go here at Auto Club Speedway. It's about to become Dodge Club Speedway. Here comes Kennedy to the inside. 2 Dodges side by side battling for the lead. Another Dodge right here and another Dodge there in the 5th position. That's Stapleton, JD Figueroa. Josh King is another Dodge. The Dodges making their presence known here in the NAPA 500. 1 Chevy up front, 2 Chevys there. Another Chevy a lap down. There's a Chevy, and there's your first Ford in the field right there. Ford's struggling right now to get up to the front. It's Camden Jezyorski in the 88, sitting in the 9th position.
The 40 right now is your underdog of the race. The only Chevy in the pack that is currently racing for and trying to get to the lead, as he is racing with Ryan Benjamin, trying to find the correct lane to get a good run and pass not only the number 9 machine, but the 45, as he narrowly squeezes in with Nathan Stapleton.
3 wide. Here comes Figueroa to the inside. JD Figueroa, who is taking over that ride from Hunter Blade from season number 1 to season number 2, slides up. That could have been crowded. It was crowded going through turn 1 and 2. Figueroa's trying to side draft, not quite going to get there, and he'll pull back in line in front of Josh King. Josh King going to look to the inside. Thinks better of it. He will pull back in line. Yes, he will. Going through turn 3 and 4. The front 2 stretching away. Coming to 12 laps to go here in the NAPA 500. Nick Kennedy, Ryan Benjamin, Owen Miles, Nathan Stapleton, JD Figueroa, still the top 5. Who will win this? We're about to find out.
Again, it's gonna be a great fight for the 48 as of right now, but it could just be the 45's take. But never doubt a Chevy when under a lot of pressure, especially with drivers like Owen Miles. They love being under pressure. Gives them all the chances that they can take and brings it up to 11, showing off the skill as he's about ready to try and pass Ryan Benjamin into the outside. Nathan Stapleton wanting to go 3 wide for it, but I think Owen Miles might have the speed to take over the number 9. He will. Now he will just try and get past the 45, and if he can get past the 45, he'll be able to take the lead, and he may possibly, I repeat, possibly, may be able to win the race, but I'm not too sure.
His teammate Keegan Thompson right here on the front straightaway, putt-putting around just a little over 170 miles an hour. Nick Kennedy just reaching 190 miles an hour. They're not reaching him as quick as I thought they might. The difference is 33.47 seconds right now, so they are definitely closing in. It is possible that Keegan Thompson will be a factor once these leaders catch up. They're all singled out right now, but where will they be able to go to get by the lap traffic once they do inevitably catch him, as we come to 9 laps to go this time here at Auto Club?
I have a feeling Keegan Thompson knows he's a lap down. I repeat, Keegan Thompson might know that he is a lap down and might decide to take over and block the 45 and the 9, giving the 48 a run and giving him all the way to victory lane. But will we see it? We may never know.
You can now see him in the picture on the bottom of the screen, so that's how you know they're getting closer. They're not pulling out of line trying to pass very much right now. I think Ryan Benjamin is just waiting right now. Once they get closer to the 24, where will Nick Kennedy go to get by? It could be bad for Kennedy, it could be bad for Benjamin. They'll go to the low side. Keegan, he'll stay on the high side, and the leaders will get by down low. Off turn 2, Kennedy trying to stretch away from the number 9.
The 24, even with the small bit of waste, he was still able to mess up the leaders a little bit, giving the 48 enough speed to catch up to the number 9, but the number 9 taking the outside towards the middle line and taking every chance that he has. He may get a strong 3rd place victory, but we will never be too sure.
Benjamin there, trying to find a way around Nick Kennedy, trying for his 3rd career win. Kennedy going for his 1st. Miles, the winner of Daytona Duel number 2, going for his 1st. Josh King, Nathan Stapleton going for their 1st. Noah Clifton going for his 2nd. Sitting there in the 5th position now as he gets by Nathan Stapleton. Stapleton going to try to fight back on the outside. 6 laps to go.
It looked like the Owen Army machine shoved Stapleton out of the way, but not too much to where Stapleton would get around. But the number 9 now chasing the 48, having nobody to go to get a run. If anything, I think it's going to just be a battle for the lead with the 9 and the 48, as the number 9 is just holding on for dear life as of now.
The question is, when will Ryan Benjamin be able to make the move as they come out of turn number 4? 5 laps to go this time. He's right there. He could make the move pretty much whenever, but he does not want to make it too soon on Nick Kennedy.
Nick Kennedy going low, the number 9 following suit, if anything. Looks like he's going to try and go for the pass now. If he can try, it looks like they're getting a little messy out in the back, but not too much from the looks of it. The 65 is currently trying to get past the 65 or the 66 of Gatlin Downey. It looks like so far nobody has done anything. The 48 getting a major run, going into close into the outside, choosing to stay there and not getting much of a run. The number 9 once again having to get there as we reach.
Up in the outside wall, Josh King! And others going around behind. It's going to be the race. Gatlin Downey, Niall O'Hare involved. It's going to be this is going to be the finish right here. Nathan Stapleton was involved. Coming around for the finish, they're side by side. It's going to be Nick Kennedy winning the NAPA 500 at Auto Club.
With a strong run, the number 9 realized that there might be issues when his spotter said caution out. He had to race the number 45 of Nick Kennedy, but it was not enough when he did not go into the outside and kept it there. But RPM gets their victory, not without the 43 of Titan Nicholas, but with the 45 of Nick Kennedy.
2.5 laps to go as they'll pace under the caution. And quite a few cars were involved in that one once again. Gatlin Downey was one of them. Niall O'Hare, Josh King looked to be the first two that may have gotten around there in turn 2. Whatever happened back there, I expect it may be at least similar to what happened to Brady Ugest. Perhaps someone driving it in too deep. As I think everyone will be good to make it to the end here, and I don't think we're going to get a restart here. We'll see here. We'll see if the lights go off on the pace car, and they will not. So we are going to finish under the caution flag here at Auto Club. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out this 4th and final caution here in the NAPA 500. So watching from overhead, centered in on Gatlin Downey, side by side Nathan Stapleton, Josh King comes down. Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
Hard hit. Josh King up on his side, and up ahead Niall O'Hare, I believe, ran into the back of the 41. It's what caused him to go around. That's a bad crash, but the race is going to be over as a result of it.
As you can see in the camera of the 41 of Nathan Stapleton, the 66 gets into the 22. Okay. Alright, yeah. And plus, fun fact, the 22 of Josh King was going at about 140 miles an hour when he hit the wall. Ow. Niall O'Hare getting a little bit into the 41, causing him to spin around a little bit. Goodness. That shows the durability of the roll cages. Josh King is fine in the car.
And he's able to roll it around, and he will actually come around and finish under this caution. Meanwhile, let's go back to our live picture and get you the official finish of this race. And the white flag out here at Auto Club. Nick Kennedy leading, Ryan Benjamin, Owen Miles, Noah Clifton, Trey Wright, Camden Jezorski, Casey Holland. How about that? Finishing 7th and surviving the chaos, avoided trouble. There she is with a great finish in that number 42. JD Figueroa, Chase Miller, and Daytona 500 winner Kanan Biller, possibly going to extend his points lead over the rest of the field with a 10th place finish here at Auto Club. Half a lap to go.
Once again, the 45 was just playing it cool and getting all around, but so far, Casey Holland getting 7th place, which we might be able to see more of. She might be able to get to victory lane, but I'm not too sure. The 45, I am going to give all my congrats. The number 9, my pick, Ryan Benjamin, was the wisest choice for me because he's been in 2nd for a good minute. The 48, he had a strong run. All throughout the last few minutes of the race. He was battling and was going to get to the lead, if anything, if there was more laps around. But so far, the biggest storyline, the 45, who we've never talked about before, unless we talked about accidents, has crossed the finish line. 45 wins here at Auto Club.
Nick Kennedy, third start, third win in the first win in the Cabela's Cup Series. Third start, first win for that Georgia Pacific number 45 Dodge. Great for him. Ryan Benjamin, oh so close to the third win of his career. Can only get second, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. He had a great run with that Evernham crew. Owen Miles for Hendrick, going to lead the Chevy banner there. The third highest finishing Ford there, Trey Wright, who finishes fifth behind Noah Clifton.
The strongest manufacturer of the day, the 45 and the 9 being the top Dodge group as of now. It's Dodge country as of late. Mopar Madness has streaked through Auto Club and streaked through the West Coast, but so far Chevy's bow ties have sort of just shown up and proved that they don't need a super speedway win to prove that they can also stick with the big guys.
Coming around, they will come on to the pit road. Auto Club, more like Dodge Club. Nick Kennedy, Ryan Benjamin. 2 Dodges there. There's another Dodge. There's another one. 4 Dodges in the top 10. Nick Kennedy welcomed by his crew, a winner for the first time in his career. We'll take a look at your official results here. Nick Kennedy wins, Ryan Benjamin second, Owen Miles, Noah Clifton, Trey Wright, Canada Zorski, Casey Holland, JD Figueroa, Chase Miller, Kanan Biller round out the top 10. There are the rest of your standings there. The only cars that were able to finish but be laps down were Stephen Cologne, Keegan Thompson, and Jameson Thole. Cars that did not finish this race: Gatlin Downey, Jimmy Hogan, Nicolay Sykes, Tyler Mills, Jason Dady, Ben Young, Dale Lightning, Evan Hunter, William Brock, and Nonagon Scott. And once again, please do not get me started on poor old Brady Ugest. Ethan, any final thoughts, man?
It's always great to see somebody like the 45 and Nick Kennedy, somebody we've never talked about, going to victory lane and be the talk of the town for until next weekend. But again, so far, if everything goes well, we might see more victories from RPM at the most part. But Ryan Benjamin was the strongest out of them all, so we might expect sooner or later down the line to see the engine number 9 hit to the finish line, go to victory lane, get more champagne sprayed into his face. But the 48 with a strong run, and hey, look, if Casey Holland never gets hit with a wreck that wasn't her fault, she can be strong enough to hit number 7 in the finishing order. Talk about that.
Good for her. She needed a good run after two straight races of horrible luck, and it pays off. The wait pays off for Casey Holland. For Ethan Farley, this has been the NAPA 500, and this is Freedom Mater. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see y'all at Phoenix. Y'all have a good one.